This video provides a brief overview of conversion rules, which are essential for transforming numerical output data from one rule into a specific type of input required by another. The typed values that require conversion from numbers are currency amounts, quote prices, pip values, and volume quantities. Each of these types has associated metadata, for example, a currency code, a symbol, and the correct precision of the value. Rules that perform calculation on various types of number data, such as the simple calculator, produce a generic numeric value. If this value is then required as an input by a rule that requires a strongly typed input, such as a quote price, then the generic number will need to be converted to that type. This is what the conversion rules are used for. As an example, let's set a dynamic stop-loss price for a buy position by subtracting 10 times the current spread. First, let's begin by adding a simple calculator rule to our workflow. We configure the calculator to take the spread from the latest tick data value. We'll label this input as spread. We also want the latest bid price, and we can label this bid. Next, we multiply the spread by 10 and subtract that value from the current bid price. This result will be the stop-loss level we want, so we can save the rule. At this point, the value output is just a number. It's not yet a properly typed quote price. If we try and find the simple calculator rule in the stop-loss rule input source options, you can see that there are no rule options for a quote price field. There are compatible fields from the data source rule and from state rules. So we need to convert the calculated number into a price before we can use it in any rule that expects a price input. To do this, we add a convert to price rule. We add an execution link and a data dependency link from the output of the calculator to this conversion rule. Now we configure the rule to convert the input number to the correct symbol, in this case gold against the US dollar. Once configured, this rule will output a properly typed quote price with the correct decimal precision for the symbol configured. The final step is to go back and configure the stop-loss rule. We can now choose the source to be from a rule and select the convert to price rule as the input for our stop-loss price. And that's it. Your stop-loss is now dynamically calculated using the market spread and typed as a proper price input. You can use similar conversion rules for other types of inputs, such as pips or quantity. The convert to currency rule has an additional feature that allows you to exchange one currency amount into another currency, as well as converting numbers in a specific currency amount. Conversion rules play a key role in the flow of data in the rules engine by enforcing type safety. If you are not sure why you cannot see the output field you are looking for in the input data options for a rule, then first check that you are looking for the right source option. If there are strategy configuration values of the required type, then the option from strategy configuration will be available, and you can select the static values that will be passed in for different strategy configurations. Data source rules will be displayed when the option from data source is selected. The three state rules, strategy state, account state, and trade state, will be displayed when the option from state is selected. All other valid rules with output types matching the required input will be displayed when the option from rule is selected. If you cannot see the rule or field that you are looking for, then make sure the rule is valid and the field has been explicitly converted to the correct type using the appropriate conversion rule.